2016 has been a season for the ages at Wrigley Field. The best team in baseball, with 7 All-Stars on the roster, which makes it easy to overlook Cubs backup outfielder, Matt Szczur.
My role for the team is to come off the bench and do whatever I can to help the team win. And when I get the occasional start, go out there and play hard.
The 27-year-old hit .259 with 5 home runs during his first full season in the majors.
High fly ball into deep left. It's a grand slam! Matt Szczur!
But Szczur's true impact can't be fit in any box score. It's a story that stretches far beyond the friendly confines, to the other side of the planet, and the most unlikely of connections.
When I think back at the whole story from start to finish, it's unbelievable.
Push your pedals, Matt.
From his earliest days growing up in Cape May, New Jersey, it was clear that Matt was going to be a star athlete.
He just gave 150% at everything he did, and everybody wanted him on their team.
Had to be the best, no matter what he was doing. He doesn't play to be good. He's got to be the best.
By high school, Szczur was captain of the football team and a star in baseball. His senior year, he batted .681, and Major League scouts took notice.
Yeah!
But nearby Villanova University, outside of Philadelphia, offered him a scholarship and a chance to play both baseball and football. He arrived on campus in the fall of 2007.
We call him Superman. He can run the ball, he can throw the ball, he has great hands. He's a small-town guy, small-town values.
Those values led Matt Szczur to this in the spring of his freshman year. A donation drive run by head football coach Andy Talley for Be the Match, the National Bone Marrow Registry.
When you first signed up, what did it mean to you?
To be honest with you, I didn't think I would get called. I mean, it's a 1 in 80,000 chance. It's like a couple cheek swabs, and then you're done. And I didn't think anything after that.
5,000 miles away near the industrial city of Donetsk in Ukraine, Ivan and Marina Olkovsky, a truck driver and an accountant respectively, celebrated the arrival of their first child, Anastasia.
Первый ребенок, очень люблю ее. Хотя, как переполняла радость, переполняла счастье.
But 3 months after she was born, Anastasia developed a dangerously high fever and was rushed to the hospital.
Я думала, когда вот в этих больнице, казалось, что просто отчаяние уже никогда не выберемся. Я самое больше боялась, мне кажется, даже ночью боялась спать, что просто она закроет глаза и не откроет их.
After 4 weeks of repeated doctor's visits, Anastasia was diagnosed with leukemia, cancer of the blood cells and bone marrow.
Врачи сказали, что нужна пересадка, но так как в Украине это не делается, говорят, что смиритесь.
Они сказали, что мы родили другого ребенка, этого оставили. Ой, я прошу прощения.
Desperate but determined, Anastasia's parents found a clinic in Israel that could provide a life-saving bone marrow transplant if they could find a matching donor.
Плюс ко всему у нас несколько раз переносилась пересадка.
It was the fall of 2009, Szczur's junior season at Villanova. He was on his way to being named the Conference Offensive Player of the Year. He was leading the Wildcats into the playoffs when he received an unexpected phone call. It was a representative from the National Bone Marrow Registry.
She said, "You're a match for bone marrow." And I was like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's awesome." And she asked me if I would do it, and I was like, "Of course I'll do it." And I said, "Just let me know what I have to do."
What Caesar would need to do is take the powerful drug Neupogen, which increases the number of blood stem cells in the bloodstream in preparation for the transplant. It would also enlarge his spleen and put him at risk of a rupture. Once he started taking the drug, he would be out of sports indefinitely. The timing of the donation would depend on the recipient's condition. As the Wildcats marched through the playoffs,
62 yards, and we've got a ball game.
Caesar knew another phone call could end his season.
All right, let's go.
December 18th, 2009, the FCS National Championship game.
This is Caesar. He's got the ball. Caesar, what kind of speed do you have, young fella? Caesar's got it. Caesar left side. Touchdown! Villanova, the champions of Division I football.
Caesar had 270 total yards, 2 touchdowns, and was named the game's most outstanding player. Two months later, the call still had not come. Baseball season kicked off, and through late April 2010, Caesar was one of the top hitters in the Big East Conference.
It was a vital part in our season. It was the end of the season where all the scouts get their last looks in and make sure you're all right.
The Major League Draft was just 1 month away. That's when the call finally came. The recipient's condition had worsened. The transplant needed to happen without delay. On May 4th, Caesar and his parents were at Hahnemann University Hospital in Philadelphia.
I was tossing and turning last night when I was sleeping. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I was a little nervous.
During a 3-hour procedure, Matt Caesar's healthy bone marrow was removed.
So what did they tell you about the recipient?
They told me that it was a baby girl, and that's it. That's all I knew.
Strict confidentiality policies keep the recipient and donor anonymous for at least 1 year after the procedure. Across the ocean, Anastasia's parents finally got the news they'd been praying for.
По всему миру нашелся человек, который подошел на 100%, как родной брат-близнец.
May 5th, 2010. Just hours after it was removed from Matt Caesar, the healthy bone marrow was injected into Anastasia Olkovskaya. Even with the transplant, her chances of survival were still only 60%.
Держу на руках и понимаю, что она сейчас уже не живая, не мертвая.
Less than 3 weeks after donating his bone marrow, Matt Caesar was cleared to return to baseball.
My body just felt terrible. My bones would hurt, and I felt like every move I made, I felt like I would tear a muscle. I was just that weak.
Back in the batter's box, first inning, first at bat.
And I hit a home run. And when I got back in the dugout, the kids were just like, "Are you serious right now?"
Caesar finished the regular season leading the Big East in batting average. On June 8th, he was drafted by the Chicago Cubs in the 5th round. All the while, the identity and fate of the little girl was still unknown to him.
At what point during the course of your everyday life do you stop and you just think about her?
I do it a lot. If I'm having a bad day, or if I'm down in the dumps, I think about how good my life is compared to somebody who's fighting every day to survive.
On November 19th, 2011, more than 1 year after the donation, Caesar finally received the news he'd been waiting for.
Her first name is, I think it might be, what is that, Anastasia? Anastasia. She's from Ukraine. Wow. I wish I could read the last name. Should I even give it a try? I guess it'd be like someone trying to pronounce our last name.
Чтобы только вы были в кадре.
This is Anastasia. She's now 4 years old and is in remission.
She likes playing in the sandbox with friends, monkey bars, and kitty cats. Caesar exchanged emails with Anastasia's parents using Google Translate. 5 months later, with the help of a real translator, he was able to speak to the family via Skype.
Hi, Matt. Здрасте. Here are all the family. I'm Olga. They will speak Russian, and I will translate, okay?
Очень рада вас видеть, очень рада вообще увидеть вообще этого человека. Ну, я хочу сказать, что он для нас не чужой человек, он для нас...
Хотел сказать, Мэтт, спасибо вам большое. Вы спасли жизнь нашего ребенка. Вы очень хороший человек. Мы не знаем просто, как вас еще можно отблагодарить.
This is awesome. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Мы же любим сильно-сильно, да?
Сильно люблю.
Спасибо, покажи, какое большое-большое спасибо.
Спасибо.
Big, big, big thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye-bye. До свидания. Bye.
Частичку своей жизни вдохнул нашего ребенка. И доктора этому помогли, и сам Господь Бог. Она бы просто умерла уже к этому времени.
Привет, с добрым утром.
And that's the improbable journey of Matt Caesar and Anastasia Olkovskaya. Two people on opposite sides of the world, now and forever connected.
You can only do so much in baseball. You can only hit the ball so far, throw the ball so hard.
Papa.
To be able to make a difference in not only your life, someone else's life, and their family, you know, is huge. And I feel like that's my greatest accomplishment so far.
But in the 4 years since that meeting, their paths would once again diverge.
I thought that I would, you know, be in touch at least once every year, but every email I sent got bounced back, and I just couldn't get in contact with her.
As Matt grinded his way through the minors, got married, and finally earned a full-time spot in the majors, Anastasia and her family were facing a new challenge.
Overseas tonight into Ukraine now, and to an eruption of gunfire.
The crisis in Ukraine, another dramatic escalation over
City after city falling like dominoes.
In the spring of 2014, war broke out across eastern Ukraine, including Anastasia's hometown.
When I heard there was a war going on, I thought that was one of the main reasons why I couldn't get in contact with the family and Anastasia, just because they might have been moving and they might have been trying to get her out of the area and get themselves out of the area.
Once again, for Matt, the fate of Anastasia and her family was a mystery.
Что ты знаешь о Мэтте?
Что он мне помог там. Дальше я не помню. А, еще что он хороший человек.
This is Anastasia now. She's 7 years old. She and her parents are back in Israel, now as refugees from the war in Ukraine.
Да, это очень страшно, это ужасно. Никто не мог подумать, что в Украине начнется война.
Там находиться небезопасно, это 100% мы знаем, потому что мы связываемся с родителями, с родственниками, которые там остались. Постоянно идут военные действия. В том городе, где живут мои родители, постоянно теракты, автобусы взрывают или еще что-нибудь. Там ребенку небезопасно.
Whether Anastasia and her parents are allowed to permanently settle in Israel remains uncertain. But Anastasia is healthy, and that's enough. She likes to read, and to swim, and karate. This September, with the Cubs on the cusp of their most anticipated postseason in a generation.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hello, Matt.
Hi there.
Hello, how are you doing?
Caesar got the opportunity to talk to Anastasia and her family for the first time in 4 years.
Нам мы только недавно рассказали эту историю. Ее очень интересовало, как Мэтт себя чувствует. Она волновалась.
I feel great. The procedure wasn't bad at all. It didn't hurt me. I was down for 3 weeks and was back to playing baseball, and I feel fine. Is she learning to speak English in school?
Yes.
Расскажи о себе немножко.
My name is Anna. I'm a girl. I'm 7. I'm 7 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good. It's more than I know in Russian. Can't speak Russian.
Учишь Мэтта говорить по-русски?
Will you teach Matt to speak Russian? She will.
Спасибо.
Great.
Не за что.
I'm gonna bring my wife over so you can meet her. Her name is Natalie.
Есть у него жена.
Hello?
Hi. It's nice to finally meet you.
And my father's here as well. I'd like you to meet him too.
Hi.
Hi.
Would you show me a karate move? Very nice.
Но в конце
No one's gonna mess with you.
Смотри в камеру.
Он научит меня играть в бейсбол?
Yeah, I will.
Я всегда говорю, это часть нашей жизни. Это не то, что часть нашей жизни. Он подарил, говорю, нам троим, говорю, новую жизнь. Просто этот человек подарил не то, что одному ребенку, а целой семье жизнь.
I just wanted to see her grow and see her be healthy and see her family live a happy life. I'm just blessed to be a part of it, and I'm blessed to have another family.
Thank you very, very much.
Bye, nice day.
Bye.
Bye, we'll be in touch soon.